They say if you wait till things are perfect, you'll always be waiting your entire life for things to be perfect. And for the longest part of my life, I've desired to serve people. I've had this eager desire that I just want to help people. So I set out to do just that most of my life. And to be fair, let me fast forward here, right? I have this information that could serve you in the domain of taking care of your health and taking care of how you move. For the past 15 years of my life, I've devoted my entire life into martial arts and calisthenics and learning how to take care of my body. And before I dive into that information, I wanted to bring forth how I got to this point in my life. My name is John Solomon. If you're looking for me, look for John Solomon 808 and you'll find me. When I practice martial arts, I realize it's not just doing the arts, like doing the movements that produces the results for me. It's how I do what I do. So in retrospect, to bring forth how do you gain the greatest benefits and attributes forth into your body, from your body, and produce the greatest result possible, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. It's within what state of mind do you do it with. That is the key takeaway of this database I'm about to share with you here. And in this database, the sole purpose of it is to teach you and educate you. It is the ability to self-educate. Now, why is that very important? Why is that even important to even say it's very important? Ever since I was about 10 years old, I started seeing that the majority of the people around me, they were in their 40s, so to speak, right? And they were not living a life that I desired. Their body was not in a state or in a condition that I desired for myself. They were hunched over, they were frail, they were, ooh, ow, ooh, ouch, I can't do these. I remember back then when I could have done this. And for some reason, I vowed to myself that I don't want to become one of those people that when I'm in my 40s and 50s, I can't do the things that I could do when I was in my 20s and 30s. So I set out to live such a life. And of course, folks, I set out since I was 10 years old to be an exception. And I realized to be an exception, it was nothing extraordinary, actually. What was required is this: self-education. I had to educate myself how to take care of my body and do the things that was necessary to benefit my body. And because of that, I also realized that the top performers in any sport, they were no different than the mediocres in any sport. They were doing the same movement, same action. But yet, why did they outperform those that were doing the same things? One, how they did what they did, the mindsets, their work ethics, all that played a role. And it was also to the quality of information that they obtained and how they used this information. All this plays a role. So why am I telling you all this before I even show you the database? Because how you tackle and approach this information determines your success. Most of you will just go there and, like anything else, you'll purchase a course, and just like any gym membership, you'll buy the membership and expect to gain some results. But you don't put in the work, therefore there is no result. And even if you go to the gym, the quality of work you do determines the quality of results you gain. So, with that being said also, the same applies for the database and the information here. Now, why did I even put this database together? Most of my life, like I said, I wanted to serve people. I started in the hospitality industry, serving people with words, kindness, acts of service, and did the restaurant industry. And I was serving people, making sure they had a wonderful day and things of that nature. And then I was like, you know what, this is unfulfilling. Started getting into carpentry, handyman services, then moved on into other things also. Started a moving company, moving people from their home now into their dream home or into the next home that could best serve them so that they're moving forward in life. So I set out my entire life to just serve people. And then I got to the degree of that was not enough also, because every time I did something, I built something, I moved someone to the next home, after a year or two, it's like, yep, they're not satisfied. Some of them were content, not satisfying. But overall, it was always they were also looking to move to the next thing. Then I realized one day, it dawned on me, if I could help people take care of their bodies and do that which they desire to do, there's no more than I could do for people. Yes, I could help people in the domain of spiritual, mental, and that's all part of it too. But yeah, overall though, it's how do you take care of you such that you could obtain the results you wish to in life. And that is the beginning of this database. So if you click the link below, the button below, it'll take you to the database. And to make best use of the database comes with a mindset. Most of these instructors, they teach you better than I could teach you. I learned from other people, and so I thought instead of me teaching you all that I know, granted, if you stick around with me and you follow me on the channels that I've created, you will learn what I know. But I also learned that learning from multiple sources definitely enhanced the way I learned and enhance the quality of information I learned, because one person may teach you a foundation this way, the next person said it differently where it hardened the foundation of which you know. And so you'll hear this message from me, and you probably heard this message from thousands of other people your entire life. And yet, you'll hear from these instructors. And let me say it this way, right? I put this database together methodically because not everyone could teach you what they know. And not everyone could teach in such a way that you could learn from what they know. And so that is why this database was put together, so that you could learn. Why do you need to learn, right? Most of us go through our life and we seem to apparently have tweaks in our lifetime, such that with each tweak, our level, our foundation becomes an alignment. You can go to chiropractors and they will adjust you. You can go to massage therapists and they will relax your muscles for you to go back. But somehow, someway, you always have to keep going back to these professionals, and they're the what I call the do it for you type. They'll do the action. You can go see a physical therapist, a personal trainer. They'll teach you, they'll show you. But yet, if you don't apply it for yourself, and if you can't do it for yourself outside of their realm of influence, then you will always need to return back to these people. So if you're like me and you see the flaw in the system, you learned that the only way out is to educate yourself, to download the information in your brain, just like the Matrix. How does he learn? All I'm simply saying is that what you conceive in your mind is what you're capable of doing. So if you educate yourself how to take care of your body, when it comes time to do a tweak, you could adjust yourself. And you'll know how to operate in such a way that you don't need to go see the chiropractors. You don't need to go see the professionals. And most of all, you don't even need to go see the doctors that often. Yes, you can get their counsel. And most of all, these doctors don't even know what they're talking about these days, because they were spoon-fed the information that, okay, let me say it this way, right? If the doctors in this Western society knew why is most people fed on drugs from the pharmaceuticals and yet they're still not cured? Why is it that we are able to suck down pills and mitigate the pain, but yet we can't find solutions? Why is that? Because they themselves don't know. So whose responsibility is it then to know? It is us. We must self-educate. So I've done the hard work. For the past 15 years of my life, I dedicated over half of my life. Right now, I'm 31 years old in this present moment in time when you're seeing this video, right? I may not look like it. Some people always say I look younger. So let me tell you what is up front. And maybe in the future you watch this video and I'm no longer 31. But still, the information is still relevant and is still true, because that is the kind of person I wish to be. I wish to speak truth to you that speaks truth 10 years from now, 100 years from now. What is most vast is the knowledge that you have and the knowledge that you apply. So click the link below, click the button, check out the database. In each database, in each format, I will teach you how to make the best use of the knowledge that is in each database and how you could gain the information. And I must warn you, there is a lot of free information out there because of how social media is structured. But because of how it's structured, you may learn step 99 before you learn step 1. And you may learn things out of sequence and not in depth. And in times, that is what becomes most detrimental to your health. As they say, those that dabble is dangerous to themselves. So don't dabble, dive deep. And I'll advise you that some of these courses will be free and some of them will be paid for. And on all these websites, there will be a lot of free information. So if you're one of those people that looks for free information and you can't afford it, suck up the free information, you'll still learn and you'll still grow. That is my commitment to you, is to teach, to educate, to spread forth knowledge that could best serve the humankind. And folks, my purpose is to serve and aid you such that you can get to where you need to be, so that you can grow like these trees and produce a forest that could become fruitful for the next generations, and for people like me to find shade and grow and become. So folks, when is the best time to take care of your health? When is the best time to do what is necessary to improve yourself? Now is the best time to do what is required. Now is the best time to do what is required. Now is the best time to take care of your health. Now is the best time to put in the necessary efforts to grow and become. So yes, I look forward to seeing you on the other side.